Hello and welcome to Bedson and Coffee Unfiltered,
where we will be discussing fitness, lifestyle, healthy eating habits, relationships, gas station performance pills, answering romantic queries. You have anything else, Tyler? Is there anything? Do you need help with anything right now? Because I feel like I'm in a position where I can help you with it.
I mean, and everything else that we come across as we go. But you know what it's going to be, right?
It's going to be unfiltered.
Well, might as well.
What do they use condoms on it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
We're rolling.
We're rolling. All right, let's go. How's it going?
Not too bad, man. How you been?
I've been all right. I've been getting by. Getting by.
Good.
Yeah, I had my first random illness, I guess you could call it, or whatever. I was very unexpected about 6 weeks ago. I was just went to the gym, doing my normal stuff, feel just fine, and I come home and my stomach starts hurting a little bit. I'm like, I don't feel too good. And then about 2 hours later, I couldn't walk because the pain was so bad.
Oh man.
So it got severe, and then I was vomiting, and I was like, oh shit, there might be something seriously wrong. So decided to go to the ER, which, you know me, I don't really go to the ER unless I think I'm dying, which I was like, oh shit. So I went there, it kept me there for like 12 hours, thought it was my appendix, never really took it out, and sent me home. And I was in bed for 5 days after that, couldn't move, sick as can be, could hardly eat food, like it was bad. And now I've been trying to figure out what it is. So I went back and got another CT scan. That's what we wanted me to do. And they figured out that the appendix now is like inflamed and has an abscess. So since they didn't take it out. So now I'm kind of in a limbo period of waiting. I'm still able to like train, you know, like I'm still going to the gym.
Sure.
I'm doing like, still some like boxing workouts. I'm not sparring or anything because I mean I don't want to get kicked in the fucking
right. Yeah,
kicked in the stomach and then it ruptures and I'm dead. But no, man, it's been kind of weird. I feel like I'm in like a limbo period of life right now. I'm kind of waiting to get all this stuff done with so I can do my normal self again.
I totally understand that. Yeah. I remember actually seeing you had put something on your story. You didn't really explain what it was, but you'd said that you'd been at the ER, and I was like, oh man. Yeah. You know, and I hadn't heard from you. So I'm messaging your mom, I'm messaging Laura. You know, I'm like, what's going on? You guys need anything? So yeah.
Right, we were there from like 8 p.m. till about 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And they had to just keep giving me morphine, and it wasn't working at first. And I was like, did you guys give me anything? Because that's
what Laura was explaining to me, man. Yeah.
I felt so bad for her. She's just sitting there like worried out of her mind. Like,
well, yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst thing is the not knowing. You know?
Yeah. We were sitting there just kind of trying to figure it out, and now I'm just hoping that nothing else goes wrong until I can get these surgeries and be done.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll be fine. You're a strong young man.
Exactly.
That's
exactly. It's the first year I think I've ever felt old. I'm not old, you know. But you know what I mean.
You're not much older than me.
Yeah, I'm only 33, but it's the first year I've ever been like, oh shit, I'm not immortal. You know. Like, you know, when you're younger, you're like, oh, well, nothing's going to happen. Like, you'll be fine. You got to do like reckless stuff. And then, you know, this was super random because it's like, I'd always heard of people getting their appendix taken out. And I remember, I'm a big Steelers fan. I remember Ben Roethlisberger one season, he was about to start. And right before the game started, he had to go rush to the hospital to get his appendix taken out. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that could happen. So I never thought like I might be one of those people, you know?
I mean, nobody does till they are that person.
And then you're that person, So
I still think I'm immortal. I just like I'm more careful getting out of the bathtub so I don't slip, and then I'm like more careful going downstairs.
Bro, that's crazy you said. Because I had a kid in my high school, man, and he tripped in the bathtub, and he like caught himself with his hand, and it sliced his arm all the way down because it broke like the. Whatever was on the thing, it broke off the handle.
Oh, man.
Sharp, sliced him all the way down. He almost bled out.
Oh wow!
And I was like, damn, just from slipping in the bathtub,
slip and fall.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but no, man, we got the holidays coming up.
We do. We got the holidays coming up. Yeah. I'd say by the time this airs, we'll be deep into December.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me because I feel like, after coaching for this long, I realized every year around this time, people will either just fall off, get lazy, just kind of go too far off the deep end, or you'll get ones that are like very serious and want to do better at this period.
Normally when people sign up in this period, they tend to have a more serious approach. The ones that I've seen that kind of, and I'm not knocking when anybody signs up. I mean, anytime you decide to take anytime you decide to put your health first, that's going to be great. That's awesome. But a lot of times when you have somebody that signs up for coaching in this period, they seem to take it a bit more serious, because like if they're just getting started and they're starting now, whenever it's right in the middle of everything, then then they are genuinely, they realize, okay, I need to make some changes here.
Yeah, and I try to I think it's a good opportunity for me to teach people like how to go about these social things, because I personally, we've had Christmas parties to go to, Friendsgivings. I'm going to my family's house for Christmas, and I got a dinner to go to for Christmas Eve with my wife's family, and it's a lot. And it's not a bunch of stuff you can just get out of. Like you can't just, you're not able to bring your chicken and rice or your planned meal out for some of these situations. It's just, your grandma's not going to be okay with you not eating her ham for the last time or whatever the hell she cooked.
unless you're in prep.
Yeah. If you're in prep, which to be honest,
you have to realize when we say all this stuff, we're talking about just normal situations and so on. If you're in prep and you have a show in a few weeks, I've been there. Bring your chicken and rice. Bring whatever it is.
So you got to do what you got to do.
You're on the clock.
But majority of people this time of year are not in prep.
Exactly right.
Like
I like throwing that out there before somebody's like, hey, but you said on the podcast, Coach, that it was fine that I needed to eat grandma's ham. It's like, yeah, well, you had to make weight and now you didn't. And
so like my last two competitors this year, luckily, are December 13th. They were done. Yeah. So it's at that point, I'm like, okay, you can. There's some freedom to be had.
Sure.
Like, how I personally go about it, it's Christmas Eve. I'm going to, we're going to just have a dinner with Laura's parents.
Nice.
We'll probably just plan somewhere and we have it all set up. And I'll order something decent. We usually go to like a restaurant that has like steak and potato.
Right. Yeah.
I usually just go with something like that. And then Christmas Day, I kind of just, cut my food a little bit as far as like what I eat during the day and outside of Christmas dinner or Christmas lunch. Like we usually have ours pretty early.
Sure.
So I just, eat whatever for that meal. I control my portions, but I just kind of make myself a plate. But I don't feel the need to have another plate. And I think that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You want to kind of tell that story? You had some guy ask you.
He's asking about what exercise he could do to help reduce stomach fat. And I told him plate pushes. And he said, how do I do those? And I said, when they set down a second plate, you push the damn thing back. It's plate pushes.
That's accurate.
But that's just it, man. Like whenever you're in these situations and so on, it's so easy to graze throughout the day.
Yeah, it is.
And you don't think about how many calories you're consuming when you pass that, the table and you grab a handful of Chex Mix and you grab a handful of nuts, you grab a handful of
crackers and cheese,
and candies and stuff. And, throughout the day, you'll consume so many calories that way.
And you don't even realize.
You don't,
because they just all
grazing slowly throughout the day.
So that's one thing. I try to keep that to a minimum.
Yeah.
But what I usually do is my morning, I'll just go ahead and do like some steak and eggs, so no carbs. And then I usually eat my second meal, which is the Christmas lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I just have a plate. If there's some dessert afterwards, I'll have that. And then, later on when I get home, I might have just some chicken and avocado or, some simple stuff that I would usually eat. And then like a protein shake and I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what I try to explain to my clients. And, this time of year is a really good time actually to teach people how to go about these things.
Yes.
But I explained it to them like, honestly, think of it like living on a per diem.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, if I've got, say I've got $50 to live on per diem for my meals and I spend $10 a meal and I eat 5 times on a normal day. Well, this day, that meal is going to cost me $30 or $40. So I've only got $10 outside of that.
Yeah.
That's what I can think about with my calories. I'm going to consume way more calories in this meal. So I may reduce by having less meals overall that day.
Yeah,
I may
that's always
reduce by
easiest.
having less carbs. I may reduce by a number of ways.
Yep.
And that'll be dependent upon, that'll be subject to the individual and how we need to go about things. But that's all it is you're kind of eating either less before or less after to make up for that larger meal.
Yeah.
And it's really, once you get a grasp on it and you have a coach that's, ideally, if I'm coaching somebody, I want to help give them the tools they need to make these decisions.
I want to show them ways that I've done it in the past and let them figure out which one works best for them.
Yeah.
And it's different for everybody. I've got some people that got 3 Christmases to go to, and it's something you got to navigate around.
Yeah.
But it can be done. And it's something great to know for the future. So whenever you're long-term trying to keep this lifestyle going and make sure that you're not getting obese, you know a strategy each time. You're not just unprepared and going into it and winging it, I would say.
Yeah, I think, and I've coached individuals who have struggled with this, but so many times people make events all about food.
Yep.
And, you'll have somebody go on vacation. And I remember an individual that I coached this way, but, they'd go on vacation and everything in the vacation would revolve around food.
Yep.
And it was just self-sabotage. And, for me, the food's great, but the food's always going to be there.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat it all at one time. It's always going to be there. And when you learn how to adjust things, then you'll be able to, still have some of those things you enjoy around the holidays and stuff. But it's just the same as anything, really. You can overconsume and gain weight through the holidays, or you can kind of watch what you're doing and be fine.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of understanding how to, again, prepare yourself for that by either eating less beforehand or less after to kind of even things out.
And it's funny because I used to be like very big when I have to work out on each holiday. And I still like to if I can, but I'm also not like I have to.
I don't do it because I'm trying to be hardcore. I do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah. And it's like, Thanksgiving before that, like I go train. I go in the morning and I just get it out of the way. And then I feel good about the rest of the day. I just feel better about it. If you got too much to do though, and it's going to stress you out, then take a day off. It's not going to hurt you. Like I've realized that, and it's kind of something when I was much younger, it was like, I got to go train. Like I would, if I had something to do at 9 a.m., I'd be up at 6 a.m. and I'd be at the gym so I could be done. And that's just how it was. Now I'm kind of like, all right, well, if I got to go see family, I'm going to go ahead and go see family, and then I'll train the next day. Yeah.
You have oftentimes, and I know you've heard this a million times, so have I, but people talk about balance. They're like, I need balance, And man, if you think about it, there's very seldom in life instances where we have complete balance. Like we're normally imbalanced in one direction or the other.
Absolutely.
And normally when somebody begins to want to lose weight, they've been imbalanced in the wrong direction, meaning that they have eaten way too much for way too long. So now that's why they have a lot of body fat. So now we have to imbalance in the other direction, and then you get to points to where, you can imbalance in one direction or the other less than you have to in the beginning. But essentially, around these times, maybe you take away from that workout to spend more time with your family, because other times you're taking time away from your family to spend working out or toward your prep or anything else. So again, that word's thrown around too damn much. Yeah. But you seldom have balance. Like you have to be imbalanced at different times for different reasons.
Well, what I have to tell people too is like when you get started and you want all that balance, you got to remember that a lot of the balance you were using was kind of shifted in a way that was regressing you.
Absolutely.
So you have to find a spot where you can actually still get results with enjoying your life. And what I mean by that is like for years, what people will do is they'll go through the holidays and they'll just make it as an excuse of like, well, I've got too much to do.
Yep.
So they'll eat a bunch of desserts and they'll drink every weekend or multiple times a week. And then, they gain 20 pounds. Well, you've had a lot of balance. So whenever you're learning how to do this, you've got to realize you've got to find a better strategy.
Oh, absolutely.
What you've been doing isn't working. You can't do that. And it's something you have to learn over time to better your health. Because I've seen a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll leave in like the middle of November and they'll be like, I'm going to come back in January.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just kind of realize people are going to do what they want to do. But then they come back in January and they're up 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I got to basically restart from where we're at and try to fix things. And you don't want to be in that situation. It's a lot of extra work. Your body's not set up well. You just kind of, you set yourself back quite a bit. So
that's right.
It's important to kind of be a little bit more strict during the holidays, but also realize like, okay, this is how I go about it. And that's where your coach comes in. Ask questions.
Absolutely.
Like if you tell us, hey, I've got 3 Christmases to go to and I've got a Friendsgiving this weekend, I got a Christmas party this weekend for work, let us know. I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do in that situation. I've been through that stuff before myself. I get it. Yeah. So you just gotta have a plan.
And I think that's the case, you know, in my mind, that should be how coaching is. Like ideally you're trying to give them a tool set to help carry them through even after the coaching is no longer there.
Yep.
You know, cause I love working with each and every client that I have, but realistically, I'm not going to coach them for the next 30 years.
No.
So you want them to have the tool set so that they can continue to live a healthy lifestyle and, you know, maintain their health. And if you're just simply, you know, do this, you know, and there's no other options, one, that's not going to work in real life scenarios whenever they have to be, you know, different places and do things and so on. And you simply don't have that meal with you at some point. But the other is, you know, just events and enjoying, you know, times with family and so on, being able to adjust and still stay in a good spot with all that. You know, giving them the tool set needed to do so is so important as a coach.
Yeah.
You know, teaching them how to, you know, figure their macros or, you know, foods to swap out or how to go about things, what to order at restaurants, how to order it.
Yep.
You know, all those things, how to eat at an airport.
Yeah.
I deal with that a lot too.
Yep. I have to deal with that myself. And, you know, I kind of know exactly where to go, what I'm going to order, kind of my strategy, what I'm going to go about. And I have a backup plan too now. Mm-hmm. You know, if there's no restaurant that's open at that certain time, I know exactly what I can get that's like simple, like snack foods that I can get through. And it's just stuff I've learned over time and I've kind of adapted. You have to be able to adapt to your situations.
Yes.
There's no reason you can't unless you just don't try.
That's it.
And I have some people who tell me, I can't do that. And I'm like, why can this other person do it? Yeah. But you can't. Yeah. They're in the same exact situation as you.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
That's
what it is.
That's the key. And like, I've been very happy lately because I've had some people work with me for 5-6 years that have recently been like, hey, I think I understand. I'm ready to go off on my own. And I still see them at the gym and they still look great shape. And
I have to.
You know, I'll see them post a picture and they're at the beach with their significant other. And I'm like, damn, you look pretty good still. And they're like, yeah, man, all the stuff you taught me, it's been working. It's like, I've just kind of keeping up with that.
Yeah.
And I know what to do. And I was like, that's exactly what we want. That is the end goal for any coach.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, because that's what better display of your work as a coach.
Yeah.
You've given that person the tool set to actually be able to do it, you know, and take care of themselves and hopefully help their family as well.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. It's exactly the truth. You know, I want you to be able to pass it down to your kids and all that as well. And that does a lot.
I mean, because I look at coaching like an investment. You know, it's like if you hire a professional coach and you're working with them, you know, it's the same as, you know, investing in yourself in anything, you know, taking a college, you know, going to college courses or anything. You're doing that so you get guidance, so you can learn, so you can, you know, become better at whatever it is, you know, just if you hired a business coach, if you hired, you know, whatever. And, you know, that's how I see it. And that's the product that I try to, and the service that I try to provide to my clients, especially, you know, is I want to not only guide them, but also teach them and explain why. Okay, I'm doing this because of this. You know, that's why my check-ins are, you know, my check-ins are very thorough. I want to know what's going on so I can help.
I just brought up something I think is an interesting topic, business coaching.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on some of that? Because I'll be honest, I've never used a business coach, but I've always been kind of business savvy. That's just been kind of something that I understand.
Yeah.
So I never needed it. You know, at this point with coaching, my portfolio is so built up that it's kind of like it does it for itself, word of mouth.
Yeah.
But I feel like with new coaches and how it's going now, if you're trying to get into it in 2025, it's extremely different than when we started.
Yeah.
It's harder. The strategies to build clients it's a lot more competitive to even get your name out there. What are your thoughts on, should people hire a business coach, or do you think that my thoughts are kind of, you need to learn how to coach first?
That's what my point was about to be. In that case, I think a lot of people are getting the buggy in front of the fucking horse, and they're focused more on the business side of it than the coaching side of it.
Yep.
If you provide a service that is good enough, the business side of it is pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
If you take care of people and you supply them with a service or a product that essentially sells itself,
yeah,
you don't have, like, I'm not a salesman. Like, I don't put things out there. I'm like, anytime I see somebody saying, I've got 2 more spots available, I'm doing this sale, I've got this, it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. Don't discount your services.
Like, what are you doing? But like, you're trying to sell something. Like, are you a coach or are you a salesman? Like, you know, I know what I provide, and, you know, I provide a service that is well worth the fee, and I try to take care of all my clients and be there for them, especially, you know, if they're in prep, then we're checking in daily. You know, we're doing everything. But, you know, that's the thing, is so many people focus on, how do I build clientele? How do I, you know, do this? I want to have apparel. I want to have this. I want to do this.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, first, maybe make sure you're taking care of your clients and make sure they're reaching goals.
Yep.
That's going to be the best advertisement you could ever have, is when somebody says, man, you know, you look amazing. You look great. What have you been doing? I've been working with so-and-so.
Yep.
You need to go talk to so-and-so.
That's exactly where a lot of my business comes
everything,
from. Yep.
Everything, man. Like, you know, you can make all these posts, you can make all these reels, you can do all that. But at the end of the day, you know, if your services aren't as such, I mean, you can put it in any kind of, you know, wrapping you want. Yeah. But, you know, the whole business thing of it, man, like, you might have the best website, you might have the app and all this stuff. And it's like, but if you're not taking care of people and you're not getting results, dude, it ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter.
That's exactly, like, I tell people, my Instagram is filled with just my clients' achievements and, you know, transformations of where we started and where they're at now. And it's a substantial amount of evidence of, hey, I know what I'm doing. And that's been the easiest thing. But I feel like at this point, a lot of people are going into, like, how can I pull in more people? And
by doing a good job.
Yeah, but they're doing it the opposite way. They're like, they're getting as many people as they can, but then they don't know what to do with them. And they're not getting the results that they can get. Well, and it's unfortunately a consumer problem too, because it's the responsibility of the consumer to do your research and make sure, like, do you look at this person's page and do they actually get the results they're talking about? Or are they just making videos to make you think that they know what they're doing?
Yeah. Content doesn't always equal results. You know, somebody can be really good at making content and their videos look very polished and so on. Also, secondly, somebody can know how to get in shape themselves, but not know how to get you in shape.
Yep.
You know, I might drive my car exceptionally well and get in yours and not know how to start the fucking thing. Like, that's just because you know how to do it yourself for yourself doesn't mean you know how to do it with somebody else that has a different body type, that has a health issue, that is a different gender, there's so many things to consider, you know. And I think, you know, with coaching, it's kind of now like how training was. It's like anybody that enjoyed lifting weights wanted to be a trainer. Mm-hmm. And then, like, anybody that, you know, wants to post a mirror selfie online or has lost, you know, a little bit of weight and sees some abs wants to be a coach. Or if they did their first bodybuilding show, now they're taking clients. Yep. And I mean, if you take care of people and you help them get results and you help them reach their goals and you help them get healthy and stay healthy, you won't have to worry about clientele. Like, they'll tell people, and then it'll continue and continue and continue, you know? So I think if you're looking at the business side of it first, I think that's kind of a backwards way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I think you better be educated on your actual job first, and then it'll sell itself if you get good enough.
Exactly. And I agree with that. You know, I see a lot of people charging astronomical amounts for business coaching, and people are paying it.
Yeah.
And I hear about it all the time. And I've seen some people, and I'm like, unfortunately, what I've noticed too is there's a lot of like, I would say they weren't great nutrition coaches.
Yeah.
That are now selling business coaching. And it's kind of like, I get it. They might be good at advertising, but always learn to do this first. Like you have to be able to take care of people. And if you don't have I've had some people do my mentorship, and I'm not going to call anybody out, and it's not to be a jab or anything, but they were already coaching people when they come to do my mentorship. And then I start them off and I'm like, how many calories are in a carb, protein, and fat? And they don't know. Yeah. But they're telling people what to eat. Yep. And make sure you know a substantial amount of stuff and you have knowledge before you start taking on people. You can't just sit here and be like, I'm having a sale for coaching and I'm charging dirt cheap to get some clients, and then you're telling these people what to do and you don't even know what you're doing. Yeah. That's crazy.
And then that begins to be even more dangerous whenever you start looking at medications and interactions and, you know, health issues and so on and so forth. Or God forbid, you know, you think you know what you're doing because you can get gear off your buddy at the gym, and then now you've got somebody you're telling them what to take. Yep.
And I've seen some crazy protocols where I'm like, where did you get this shit from?
Well, yeah.
Like, and it spread usually from somebody else they were coached by. Yeah. And that person didn't know what they were doing.
Copy paste.
They got told at the gym by some older guy. It was like, I remember back whenever I was at LAC when I was really young, like early 20s, there was this guy there and he'd train, and I remember he would be like working out around us, and like you'd have like an 18-year-old kid come up and be like, I'm thinking about running some tests, and he'd be like, yeah, do about a gram.
That's it.
And then I'm like, oh no, man, you don't need a gram of test. You're 18. Like, that's crazy.
You don't need any test when you're 18.
No. But that's the type of stuff you'll hear from somebody randomly. And then that spreads. And then you got a tree of 1 gram of test 18-year-olds. And it's kind of crazy how that starts.
I remember one instance. This is a gym I was at, and I won't say too much because I don't want to put him out there. But a guy was sitting at the table, and they were talking about gear, and he's like, Winstraw don't work. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, Winstraw don't work. He said, and he's sitting at the table eating Hardee's. And he's like, I took that shit for 12 months. It didn't do nothing. And I still remember and this had been, 15 years ago. And it's just so funny. But like 12 months worth of Winstraw, and he's sitting there eating Hardee's talking about it. But like the amount of unconscious incompetence is just unreal. Yep. And you have people trying to coach people just by copy and pasting, like you had said there, and giving them their protocols and everything else. And it can get dangerous.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I've heard over the years. I could probably write a book about some of the things people have told me where I'm just like,
yeah, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should write a book.
It'd be a funny book. Yeah. It'd be really interesting to read.
Would you want to use a pen name, or would you want to use your actual name?
I don't know. I do have a client that writes books in a pen name, and I think that's kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder
what kind of books?
I don't know. Yeah. I'll have to ask him. Yeah. I'll have to read one.
Romance novels.
That'd be wild.
I think you could probably write romance novels.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could too.
Have you ever listened to a romance novel book on tape? Don't. Yeah. You ever see the videos of the people, like they pull up and they're just listening to it in their car, and then like you can hear it on the speakers in the car, and it's just something wild. I'm going to send you a video.
I've not seen that. No.
Man, there's one that I saw, and it was like it had a woman with like a super big accent, and she was talking about like what she was doing with it.
Yeah. What she was doing with what?
I'll have to send it to you. I'll post it too with this.
Our listeners are.
I can't do the voice.
Just try.
I'm not good at person.
Just try.
No,
here we go. 3, 2. Get into character. 1.
It's not happening.
Jesus, I'm sorry, folks.
I'm
sorry,
guys, disappoint you, but there's no way I can do this. And then, Eli's going to sit there and dub it, and like he's going to cut it and put it on fucking Instagram. That's crazy. He does stuff like that.
I might.
And that's what he wants.
I do.
Yeah. He showed me a video one time of me like riding an elephant and doing some crazy stuff. And I was like, how'd you make this? He said, AI.
I don't remember that.
I didn't actually do that, but I'm saying like it's
see, he's making stuff up now.
But he does stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you could write a romance novel. I had
I think you could write a romance novel.
I think you could. Love.
That's my second act.
Love and bodybuilding. I had a company reach out to me like for like cover shoots on like romance novels.
Yeah.
And I almost did it. And then it was like, you have no say over like they own like all the images, and then they could put them on whatever. And it's like, fuck, man, that could go bad.
You walk in and you're in
like
a
it's
store.
just in like a book maybe that you don't want to be in.
Yeah.
That'd
be wild.
Ooh.
Hey, I would do it just to see what happens, You never know.
Yeah, well, you don't never know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that thing like I think I saw back in the day, there was like a woman and she took a picture online for like it was like a headshot for like a lawyer thing or something like that, but they had her picture in like Japan on like a giant billboard.
That'd be tremendous. Just randomly, just
her in
it's
Japan.
your LinkedIn
and
pic.
somebody knew her and took it and was like, is this you?
That's great.
It's like advertising like a fish market or something crazy.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to end up on.
Yeah. You used to do some foot modeling, didn't you?
Nah, I do have pretty feet.
Do you have pretty feet?
Yeah. I could probably do that.
Yeah. Start an OnlyFans page.
Can you imagine that shit? You're like sole source of income. Like you don't do anything else. But you wake up every morning, you take about 3 or 4 different pictures of your feet, you post them, and you move on with your day. You make like 10 million a month.
Hey man.
That'd be insane.
So shit just changed when you said 10 million a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's that one?
I ain't gay, but 10 million is 10 million.
The fact you can make that much money just on stuff like that these days, that's crazy.
Yeah. Shit, I'll take the pictures for you. 10 million.
10 million a month for feet pics. I've seen some crazy stuff people will buy. I've realized people will buy anything at this point.
Shit. Yeah.
Like there was, I remember that viral thing where people were buying like people's bathwater and like farts in a jar. Like
what was the one? What's the one soap company that uses Sasquatch?
Oh God!
What is that, Kyle? You know what I'm saying? Like the one, it's like the green, but they had like the Sweeney girl. What's her name?
Oh,
and
God,
it was talking about, and it said
Sweeney.
it was her bathwater soap or something.
What the fuck?
You don't know
Yeah,
what I'm
I know what you're talking about. I saw
Dr.
that too.
Squatch.
Yeah, what the hell?
Is that it, Dr. Squatch?
It might be where Dr. Squatch gonna be like, that wasn't us. Like,
I don't fucking know.
We don't know who
don't
exactly it
sponsor us.
was, but yeah, that's.
But like they're selling soap like that.
Can you imagine the people buying that though? They had to have sold some.
Well, yeah. But like, yeah.
I bought some last week.
I could see that.
No, I didn't.
It wasn't on sale. What do you want for Christmas?
Well, probably one of your romance novels.
My romance, I'll start writing it.
Yeah, use AI to write one.
I got some more free time lately, so
Yeah.
I could probably like make something up.
Yeah, I don't know. What do I want for Christmas? I'm real bad to like if I want something, I just go get it.
Yeah, I'm the same way, and I have to be told not to do that because it's just like if I want something, I'm gonna buy it.
That's me.
And like Laura's always like, you're really hard to shop for because you just buy everything you want. And
yeah, I mean I hear that too.
Like,
but
if I say something I want, I'm usually gonna look at it and then do my research and pick it out and get it.
Yeah.
But
what was the Christmas gift that you were most pumped about as a kid?
Bro, I think for me it was probably always like Legos.
Yeah.
Like if I got a Lego set, I was pretty happy.
Yeah.
And it was something simple. But my family didn't grow up like we didn't have a ton of money. So
yeah.
I just kind of, anything I got, I was pretty excited for.
Yeah.
So that was probably that, or like I remember we get like game systems every now and then.
Yeah, that was me.
Mostly my brother would get those. You know, he's 7 years older, so he'd get the game system, but I'd just be able to like play it.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, I remember getting like a Nintendo for my birthday.
Oh yeah,
and that was like the biggest deal.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like the one I wanted so bad.
You see that the game systems are getting crazy with their prices. Like I think they put out the next PlayStation or something like that. It's going to be like $1,000 something.
Yeah, I can see
That's
that.
insane.
Yeah,
and it's just getting wild. Oh, do you see a GameStop's doing a trade anything you want day?
Trade anything you want.
Yeah, like you can literally just go in there and you can trade in anything that fits in a box. And they'll give money, but you can't bring like dead animals or like.
Why did your mind go there? Just
because they put that on their thing. They said you can't bring dead animals, you can't bring drugs,
you can't bring a possum you hit on the road.
But get this shit, you can bring an animal that's been stuffed,
like a taxidermy.
Yeah, you can bring a taxidermy animal, but you can't bring like a dead one, but they'll take it. Like that sounds like a mess, bro. Can you imagine working at GameStop and somebody brings in like a fucking, taxidermy possum, and you're like, what can I get for this?
Even weirder is going to be the mother taking in her little boy that didn't know that was a thing and walks in and sees a stuffed wildcat, a rubber dick, and a kitchen set like on the counter at GameStop for no reason.
What are they going to do with these items? That's what I'm curious. Like I got to figure out what. I used to work at GameStop when I was younger, and I already dealt with some crazy people. Like people come in there and they try to trade in stuff. Like they give you a game system with a roach inside of it and be like, what can I get for this? And it looked like they smoked so many cigarettes inside that it was like smoke was collected on it, and it was insane. But
I can't
imagine what else they would bring if they allowed it, and they're doing that.
There's going to be there's going to be. We should see how ridiculous we could get with that.
Honestly, like I got to look up the day and see when it is.
Look up the day, and we'll see how ridiculous we can get with that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I want to go test it.
Is there a limit? Like you said, whatever you can fit in the box. Is the box like a specific size?
Yeah, it's like foot long, foot wide.
It's a box they give you?
They have a specific size that you can only fit. Like you couldn't bring in like an umbrella or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you fold up and fit it in a fucking box.
I guess so. Yeah.
My God.
Well, you can. Yeah, if you can fit it in that box. I guess they're gonna have boxes there, and it's like, well, whatever you fit in here, we'll go ahead and take.
We should try that. We should see how extreme we could go with that.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Just to like do a little test and see what happens.
Yeah. Yep. Taking just something that just looks self-incriminating to a crime or something.
Oh yeah,
that'd be great.
Take like a bloody knife in there and be like, "What you guys do for this?
What do you give me for this?"
Yeah.
Just like bags of bacon soda in there too.
I thought that was crazy. I saw that and I was like, "What in the world? Like, do they need that much?" That's a good one. Most overrated Christmas movie.
Most overrated Christmas movie.
Man, I couldn't tell you my most overrated, but I could tell you like one of my favorites.
Christmas Vacation is the fucking best. If you say anything different, then
that's a good one.
You're gonna have a problem.
You know what won the best Christmas movie though?
What?
Home Alone.
Home Alone's not bad.
Yeah, Home Alone's pretty good.
He could have just actually called the police whenever he realized he was there by himself and just avoided all that shit. Just one quick call, and he could have not had to do
It's like he was just like, nah, you know what? They're not going to do anything.
No, he wanted it. No, he wanted it. He wanted that. He wanted that altercation with him.
Yeah, he wanted to fuck people up. That's crazy.
Yeah, he woke up and chose violence.
Yeah, he was like, all right.
He didn't want to call the police and avoid this. Like, hey, my family just forgot me. Because
isn't that wild, though, that whole movie is literally his family forgot him at home.
Yeah. Yeah, made him sleep in the attic, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, upstairs bedroom or the attic or some shit because they were pissed.
It's a good concept for a movie. They don't make movies like that anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No. But Christmas Vacation is the best Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think The Grinch gets a bad rap,
Yeah.
I
like that movie.
Maybe he wouldn't be such a prick if somebody wasn't singing about how he was an asshole every 5 minutes.
Yeah. But,
You're a mean one, Mr. Guy.
You're sitting up in your cave.
Maybe ease up on the guy a little bit. You know?
He's sitting up in a cave. You got people down in the little village just singing out loud. It's echoing through the mountains. He's like, God dang.
Yeah.
They're keeping me up at night.
Yeah. And y'all, like, I mean, they're just constantly singing songs about what an asshole he is.
Yeah.
It's like at some point he's going to break.
Yeah.
You know? If you had to pick one Christmas food to eat for an entire week, what would it be?
Oh, God. Dude. You know, this is crazy because, like, I'm not a big fan of holiday foods. I'm just not. You know, they're all just kind of there. Yeah. But I would say like some mashed potatoes would probably be the
mashed
easiest.
Potatoes.
You just eating mashed potatoes all week long. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd probably be my route to go with.
Like,
can you just imagine just mashed potatoes
Todd just walking around with a butter bowl. Like, remember how like how your grandma or somebody sends you home something. There wasn't no Tupperware, but you put it in the butter bowl and take it home.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Just mashed potatoes.
Country crock. That's right. I don't know, man. Pot. Like, I'm not real big on like holiday foods.
Yeah, so yeah.
Like, it's not really like if it was my thing, I'd just eat like foods that I like normally instead of going to do all that. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe turkey. Shit, I don't know.
Well, you got like a few options like turkey, ham, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
What else I got? Cranberry sauce. Stuffing.
Yeah. Yeah, cranberry sauce out of the can.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, that's like your options, right?
Just looks like Jell-O.
But then, you can branch out from there. I know some people do macaroni and cheese and all sorts of stuff, but it's a small list if you really think about it. What's a Christmas tradition that absolutely needs to be retired?
Do you have any Christmas traditions in your family?
Man, we used to do this thing where my dad would make us go out in the backyard and we lay out some carrots and a bucket of water for the reindeer. And then so as I got older, I realized that what my dad would do is literally go out in the yard and he'd kick over the bucket. And then he would just like bite the carrots in half. Like I think he would throw away the ones on the ground, but he'd bite some other ones in half, just throw them on the ground to make it look like the reindeer were there.
Yeah.
We used to do that every year. I got excited for that shit though. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like in your 20s, you'll believe anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I believed that till about 24. I'd run downstairs first thing in the morning. When you want to go to the tree, I'd be like, let me go see what this reindeer did.
Ate them carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, these things are messy. They kicked over the water bucket. They couldn't even keep it upright. They were so thirsty.
Well, shit, they flow all over the world.
Yeah.
Like they've flown all night.
What if that's just real and we don't know?
Yeah, you know. It is kind of disturbing though.
Yeah.
Like there's some fat man inside your house walking around while you're asleep.
Yeah.
Like,
have you seen the movie Terrifier?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new one where it's like him during Christmas?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay, you gotta watch that one. It's like they literally have him dressed up as Santa like the entire time.
It's like over the top, like the old school like horror movie. Like sometimes it's almost comedic.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and so is Lethal Weapon.
How? Why?
Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie.
Prove it.
Prove it, motherfucker. It's cast during Christmas time.
Is that all? All right.
Well, what is that
the requirement for a Christmas movie, though?
If it's a war movie, it'd be cast during wartime, wouldn't it? Like, what the fuck are you looking for?
All right. So our question for everybody else.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
If you can argue it, but you have to.
Lethal Weapon is too. I like Lethal Weapon. That's a good one.
That's fair. That's fair.
It, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good for today.
You'd have been a good Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber.
You'd have been a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys.
See you
Have
guys.
a good day. Enjoy
Merry
Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas celebration.
This has been Betson and Coffee Unfiltered. Thank you guys for listening.
Make sure to go follow us on social media.